Man. Everybody, what's going on? Niners, big weekend for us, man. Big weekend for us, man. We got a big game. My name is Akeem, and this is
Blair Coates talking to you.
Blair, man. Let's chop it up a little bit, man.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. First and foremost, I want to apologize to everybody, man. We were running a little late today. It was technical difficulties. So we had to clean it up a little bit. But definitely kind of wanted to get into it a little bit with you guys and talk to you guys in regards of what we got going on, man. The name of the title. The name of the title, man. I mean, first and foremost, my mind was thinking, I was like, man, with Nick Mullens at the helm, man, our defense really needs to be the big part of what we do. So talk to me. Talk to me, Blair. Tell me your thoughts on that. Am I accurate? Is that something you believe? Talk to me about that.
Well, I've always been one of those people that believes that the defense is always going to win you the championship, right? Mm-hmm. We see that historically with the 49ers, even dating back to last season when we were on our magical run, the defense was the head of that snake. You just said it exactly correct. With Nick Mullens at the helm, your defense is going to have to carry you. And I have no faith in the offense going up against this Rams team and putting up 30 points. That's not what's going to happen here. Your defense is going to have to keep it close, but not only in this game, in the remaining 6 games. Like if you're looking to have an opportunity to win this, your defense, it's not pitching a shutout, but it's keeping the other team contained. It's keeping the game close where maybe you have an opportunity to sneak 3 points in to win a game, or maybe you can go ahead and throw a touchdown to win a game. But if your defense doesn't keep you close with a lackluster offense, you have no opportunity. You're absolutely correct. The defense, it's the star of the show remaining of the season.
Yeah, man. I just think, with Richard Sherman back, Verrett now going to be the other side. We're going to have to get some plays from our safeties, but that helps out a whole lot from the back end. That we're not going to get picked on. I mean, when we play DK Metcalf, even though he's having a great year, at least we got Richard Sherman on that side that can play some ball for us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also Verrett. You can't just throw it to E-Man side and pick on E-Man a little bit. And even E-Man, I got to give it to E-Man. He wasn't that bad. I mean, DK was a straight beast in that game. I'm not really worried about the Rams receivers, but as a whole offense, they kind of mirror what we do. But I definitely believe that the defense needs to carry us, man.
Yeah, and they don't even have to get a whole bunch of turnovers. I just believe that the 49ers defense, they have to keep these games close enough for your offense to have an opportunity to sneak points in. I don't believe that this team is an offensive juggernaut. We're not going to just run the ball down people's throats like we believed we were going to do. If your defense can just have containment, then you have a tremendous opportunity. And you just said something that is sparking interest. So with Richard Sherman and Jason Verrett out there, I mean, your defense is starting to look like what it did last season. I already said in the last podcast, I believe that the Rams are going to lose this game. I believe the Niners beat them by at least 4 points. Man, I like the Niners' chances with Verrett and Sherman opposite sides of one another, and then you still have Fred Warner in the middle. Greenlaw's going to come into his own. The defense has been there. Like, let's not get it confused. The defense has been there. You corrected me. Top 10 defense. Robert Saleh has been dialing it up. Tremendous work. Defense is going to carry the show for the remaining of the season.
It's going to be a big week, man. I really want to see how we come out, how we start. If Debo play, which I imagine he should. I mean, they got him as questionable. If he plays, that's a huge deal. He's a Ram killer. So we'll see what we can do offensively. But I'm just not just from now to the end of the season, man. It's on the defensive side in order for us to compete. Nick Mullens is good for maybe 17 to maybe 21 points, maybe. So and that's really Kyle Shanahan just dialing it up. But you know what? We're really gonna see what Nick Mullens look like after a bye week, after all this work that he's had. We've been off for a while. We should really see what he does for this offense, but I still think the defense needs to carry.
And who on defense do you think has to play the biggest role for the Niners to have success?
I think Arik Armstead is one of them. Of course, Fred is going to do his thing, but I think Greenlaw is going to be another one. And ever since he got the contract, he has not played well. So I think everybody else should be dialed in. We don't have great safeties. We'll talk about that later in the show, but I really think that we have an opportunity to win this game. So let me ask you this, though. Will we sweep the Rams?
Yes, we are going to sweep the Rams. No hesitation from me. We're going to sweep the Rams. I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, and I don't care. I believe it wholeheartedly. Sean McVay, he mimics, okay? He mimics what Kyle Shanahan does. And it's like your little brother, right? Your little brother, he watches you growing up. He says, wow, I'm so inspired by everything you do. And then he goes out there and he tries to imitate what you do. He can't do it as well, but it's right there. I believe that Kyle Shanahan knows his own offense well enough to convince Robert Saleh to run it through his eyes, right? This is what I see. These are the plays that I would run. This is what I think Sean McVay is going to run. Dial this up. The Niners are going to sweep the Rams, and the Niners are going to continue to have success against the Rams moving forward. Mark my words, Niner fans.
Yeah, I think also we got a real chance with Debo playing, with our offense playing in general. You know, we got our Mostert back. We're going to have Wilson back. Man, we're going to have some power running, man. You know, and that's something that I think we missed so much. I mean, I like our little scat backs, man, but they could not handle the load for us. They're good complimentary backs, but they're not Mostert. They're not Coleman nor Wilson. At least we get 2 out of the 3 back. And that's what we are breaded on. So we can get that going, get some play action fake going. I think we got a huge chance. Give me your predictions, though. Give me your predictions for the end of this game.
For the end of this game, like I said previously, I got 24-20 49ers. I don't think we're going to hit 30, but I don't think we need to. Defense, like you said earlier, is going to come in, and we're not looking for a shutout. We're looking for containment. I don't have faith in Jared Goff. I don't have faith in McVay. I just think they are an imitation of what the 49ers are. I think the Niners come out offensively, look a little lackluster. Why? Aaron Donald got shut out last game. He's looking for revenge. I know he's going to try to get there. We don't have our starting quarterback, so things are a little bit off, but we have the offensive guru, and I still think this defense is solid. 24-20. Nick Mullens hit you for 3 touchdowns this game.
Man, I mean, it's something about what we do every game that makes me feel like we're going to win. But I will tell my 49ers fans, man, unfortunately, man, I don't think we got this game, only because I don't think it's hard for me to see that we're going to be able to control Aaron Donald for 2 straight games. He was a non-factor last game. He's playing out of his mind now. We got Nick Mullens. We had Jimmy Garoppolo last time. I mean, those are 2 different elements. Jimmy is better than Nick Mullens. I'm not a Jimmy fan like I was. He's hit that ceiling for me, so I think it's time for us to move on. But I do think that he's better than Nick Mullens. So when we downgrade the quarterback, and then we have Aaron Donald that had a horrible game last game, he remembers that. So I just think he's going to destroy what we're doing. And I think it'll be a little fist fight. So I'm going to go 21-28 Rams, unfortunately, man.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, you know, with the downgrade at the quarterback, you know, we're going to have great defensive play. We may give up a pick 6 or something like that from the offense to give up some more points. But I do think we should be able to compete at this game.
Yeah, and with Nick Mullens having even though he's had time before to prepare, he's had time. We know what we got in Nick Mullens, but Nick Mullens shows you flashes. We need one of those flashes to come through Sunday.
Let's talk about it. You sent me this, man. You Mike McGlinchey, talk to me about it a little bit.
So it's a funny thing. I'm scrolling through Twitter like I normally do, 5:00 in the morning, and I see Mike McGlinchey.
Me too.
You know, and I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so I see Mike McGlinchey, and he says on the criticism of Jimmy Garoppolo, and this is a direct quote, okay, end quote. He took us to the damn Super Bowl, so I don't get what the rest of the problem is. So my thoughts on this is that I don't think it was fully just Jimmy Garoppolo that took the team to the Super Bowl. I just don't. I think that all three phases of the game kind of kicked through. I mean, special teams looked great. Robbie Gould wasn't missing a bunch of field goals that year, right? Offense, you had a good running game. You could play action pass. There was balance, defense. I think it's all around. I don't think that it was fully on Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Mike McGlinchey, I think he's having his players back. I honestly do. I think Jimmy Garoppolo deserves a bit of the criticism. I just do. He hasn't played to the best of his ability, so the Niner fans are going to get on him. Niner fans are actually getting on Mike McGlinchey himself. And so I think he deserves it. I'm sorry. I think Jimmy Garoppolo deserves everything that's coming to him right now. Kyle Shanahan said he'll still be on the team next season. Hopefully he has an opportunity to prove everybody wrong. I don't see that.
Yeah, we don't believe that.
I don't believe it, but
we don't believe that. If they asked that about Buckner, last year they'd have said the same thing. So
what do you think? Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo deserves the criticism, or is Mike McGlinchey right about this?
I think you deserve the Super Bowl praise, right? So he's giving them Super Bowl praise. So you got to take that with the criticism. I think as the captain, as a quarterback. Quarterbacks get, overappreciated and then underappreciated, right? So at the end of the day, hey, man, I know that's your boy, and you block for him, but I'm going to tell you, Mike, you need to help him out on your pass protection, right? Maybe he would complete a couple more passes if your pass protection wasn't so great. He's a great run blocker, lineman. I've always said that, but your pass protection, we need both. So I'm not I don't think it's bad for us to come out. I mean, we're fans. We study the team. We deserve to have a say in regards of what we're watching and what we're buying all this 49er stuff and being a part of we have a voice too, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about him getting better. And for some reason, we have not done that. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. And I think Mike McGlinchey, he's not seeing what we're seeing. Okay. So Mike McGlinchey, half the time he's on the ground, right? And Jimmy Garoppolo gets sacked. But for the fan who gets to watch every snap in real time, Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't progressed since the Super Bowl game. Mm-hmm. Like, let's just take it from that game moving forward. Let's not even talk about last. From that game moving forward, we haven't seen much that makes Niner fans feel solid in who we have at QB1. I think Mike McGlinchey, he totally needs to come dial back on that just a little bit. Dial back, realize that every week is a chance to prove yourself. Mike McGlinchey needs to prove himself, right? Jimmy Garoppolo needs to prove himself as well. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But I think there's some comments that need to go towards Mike in his game and how he's been performing or underperforming this season himself. So
I definitely agree with that, man. Another thing we should definitely talk about, man, because I do think that, it's worthy of a conversation. And do we need to tank? I don't think deliberately tank. Because there's ways of competing and understanding situations that you can do things that you normally wouldn't do in order to be a professional football team. So, for me personally, I don't think we need to tank. But I do think we need to compete as hard as we can, but we also need to understand what position we are in to be successful next year. If you look at the bottom of the screen, we got the scroller there. Those are the NFC playoff standings, right? So if you're looking at the NFC playoff standings, you see the Rams first, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and we're 2 games back from the Cardinals. We're 3 games back from number 1 in the NFC, pretty much. So
Yeah.
just think about our position. We got 4 wins here. If we get to 8-8, we'll probably pick around 20th. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna get a quality player at that position that we need to go to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl with. Can we get a high pick quarterback? So I think these things need to play factor. I'm not saying that we need to go out there and not compete because I can't watch a 49er team that can't compete, even though I watch every snap, even when we're getting blown out. But I do think Kyle Shanahan has been calling plays sometime to put us in a position to maybe not win the game. And I think he's not doing it for everybody to know, but if you know football, sometimes in reverses and stuff to try to score, that's not what we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we do, man.
Yeah. And this is totally hypothetically speaking, right? If I'm a coach, let's not even a coach, if I'm the GM, right? If I'm Jed York, I'm looking at my team, I'm looking at my draft position. Am I coming out and saying, hey, coach, I want you to tank? Absolutely not. But do I want you to run it up and win a bunch of games so we really don't have a shot? No, I'm with you, Akeem. I think you go down there, you tell Kyle, draw up enough plays that make us competitive. But when you notice that we have a team on their heels, I want you to hit the brakes just a tad. I think it's smart. 49ers need a high draft pick. They need a high draft pick. I don't think you need to tank to get your quarterback, the quarterback that they're looking at, or they might have their eyes on.
We got other options.
We'll be there.
We got other options.
I think they'll be there.
Yeah, I think we should play out the season as hard as we can. Get some momentum going into next year. I do think that, and I think we should sign a free agent quarterback like Matt Ryan or Matt Stafford, then draft maybe a second-round quarterback or even a late-round first quarterback or even trade up to get one in the draft if we know that's the position we want to do. But I definitely wanted to bring it up because I thought that was a good talking point. I don't know. I do think that that's something we may want to look at, though. Okay. You know, you sent me this, man, and I thought this was a really good one, man. You know, for the remaining schedule, these 6 weeks, over and under 3 wins, man. What do you have?
Over under 3 wins. I got us beating Washington. I got us beating the Cowboys, and I got us beating the Rams. I got us at 3 wins.
I go, it's tough, man. I definitely got us beating the Cowboys. I can't stand them either. So we're gonna beat the Cowboys. We'll beat Washington. I think we may beat Buffalo, man. I know Buffalo's hot, but I think we'll come out and play. I'm not for sure if that's on the road. If that's on the road, we definitely play well on the road. We may travel out there and whoop on them. So, but it's just our division foes, man. They know us. They know us well. It's hard to beat Russell Wilson. It's hard to beat the Rams. I don't know, man. I don't know. What you thinking?
Yeah, I just, like you said, we face the juggernauts going into the remaining of the season. And just without, if we had our QB1, even with Jimmy Garoppolo playing the way he's playing, I really think that this team is a playoff team. Regardless, you just have too many key pieces. But yeah, you're going to get 3 wins. You're going to beat the garbage teams. You're going to lose to the teams that you should lose to. I feel that we sneak one in over the Rams just because we know what they want to do. But everyone else, we're missing pieces. Even though we have a lot coming back, we're not going to be in sync. The cohesion probably is not going to be there. There's going to be players that are looking at the remainder of the schedule and saying, do I even need to keep my foot on the gas? That's just real. That's what's going to happen. I think you get 3 wins. A lot of fans are saying that the Niners are going to run the table and win the remaining 6 games. I love the optimism. I'm too much of a realist to say that we're going to win 6 games knowing you have a depleted offense and defense.
It's pretty tough, man. I love 49er fans, so that's what we do, man. Let's talk about the NFC West, though. Who will win the NFC West? We got the Rams and the Seahawks at the top. Who do we have winning the NFC West in your eyes?
I think it's going to come down to, I don't even want to say this, but I think Seattle's going to win it. Okay. I know Seattle's defense is banged up, but I think Seattle is better than the Rams. I think Arizona is on their way up. They're not there yet, but they're on their way. I think Seattle, they have enough to win the NFC West just by 49ers not really being in it. Kyler Murray's still kind of young, and the Rams are unproven every single year. Seattle's probably going to take the West.
Okay. All right. I got the. I'm gonna call the Rams. I think the Rams are hot. I think they got offense, and their defense is extremely better than it has been in weeks. And I think Aaron Donald's the best football player in football, man. I've said it. I've said it all the time. So we'll definitely see, man. We'll definitely see.
Yeah.
I can't stand any one of those teams. I could deal with the Cardinals, but I can't. I hope every week. Excuse me. I hope every week they lose, and I root.
Yeah.
I root for them losing. I don't care what team they play for. I really root that they lose.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I was going to say absolutely. It's the thing with the Seahawks fans. I didn't dislike the Seahawks when they had Sean Alexander. I had no problem with the Seahawks when they had Sean Alexander. When Russell Wilson got there and all these, there's a bunch of new fans that came. I just want them to lose every single week now. I don't know what it is. I don't even have a problem with the Rams or Arizona. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's those sea chickens. I have a special dark place in my heart for that team.
I do, man. I do. And I don't want to say it, man, but when they be getting injured and stuff, I'll be like, I'll be like lightweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me talk about it though. You sent me this too. The 49ers strength of the current roster, and I thought that was actually a pretty good question because there's areas that I can point at in several ways, but for me, I think when they're healthy, I think our running backs are the best of our team. I think we have a lot of we got a lot, man, but I think that part is the best. Who do you have?
So I was going to say the catalyst to that running, I think our blocking schemes, right? Not specifically, are we the best blocking team or do we have the best offensive line for blocking, run, and pass? No, I think the blocking schemes, okay? What Kyle Shanahan is able to do with his tight ends and receivers at the second level, it's phenomenal. That's why you see Mostert running untouched. There is no other team in the NFL. And if you just go back to the week 1, week 2 type of games, there's no other team where the running back is untouched. Now, you may have Dalvin Cook where he breaks off of people, but no, with the 49ers, the way that the scheme works, right? George Kittle is getting to the second level. And not only is George Kittle getting to the second level, you're seeing Trent Williams pancake, roll over guys. It's phenomenal scheme work. And I just think it's A+ stuff. And that's what you're going to see going into the next season when you got guys healthy. Because Juszczyk, people don't even realize what Juszczyk is doing.
Pro Bowl Juszczyk.
This dude, I mean, he's coming in and he's creating seams. If you're not like an enthusiast about running backs, like you wouldn't realize that there's seams that are created for these guys to get to where they're going. And Juszczyk is a tacticianer when it comes to blocking. I just think the strength of this team still is the blocking schemes.
Yeah, so I think we're both hand in hand in that. I mean, we saw obviously our running game is the strength of our team. And Trent Williams, we got to pay him his money, man. He's probably the best left tackle in football. Arguably, I think Pro Football Focus had him number 2 behind Boyles. But I think everybody needs to really understand Trent Williams. I know people was talking about him. Oh, he's doing this. He's the best left tackle in football, man, and he is going downfield, smashing cats. But I definitely think the strength of our roster, it's definitely them, man. Let's talk about it. Let's switch it up a little bit, man.
Ooh,
yeah. Let's talk about these quarterbacks in college, man. You sent me this too, man. Like, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts, man.
I'm looking at the board and I'm looking at the mock drafts.
Hold on, real quick before you start. This is a great time if you're a football team and need a quarterback. This is a great year.
It is.
It's
loaded.
Lot of great even second round picks are going to be extremely good. What do you got?
Yeah, and And I'm all the names, the big names, they are not going to be there at 12 or 14. I don't know where the Niners land, maybe 12, maybe 14th pick. They're just not going to be there. Everyone's eyes are on Zach Wilson. That's not going to happen. I think, and we talk about this, you got to be a little bit more realistic. If you do stay at 12, or let's say you're at 14, the guy that's most likely going to be there is Trey Lance. Now, the 49ers have all the juice in the world to move up and get whoever it is that they are looking at. I don't think the Niners do that. Historically, the Niners have not done that. We don't make that big jump to get a quarterback. I've seen us make big jumps to get other players, but not quarterbacks. It should be interesting, but I think the guy that lands to the 49ers is Trey Lance. It's just it's the numbers game, probability. That's where he lands. And when you look at everything he brings to a team, it's sad to say this. I don't think Kyle Shanahan wants him. I don't think he fits what Kyle Shanahan is looking for in a quarterback. I'm not sure if Kyle Shanahan is really up to date on what he wants in a quarterback, right? You have so many running quarterbacks. They're mobile. They can do so many things. I think he's still stuck in his dad's era of quarterbacking. So sometimes it's hard for him to go ahead and jump the gun on some of these new guys. And I look at Trey Lance and he doesn't scream Kyle Shanahan type of quarterback. He just doesn't. I mean, he's tall, he's lanky. The things that I do like about him is that size and the mobility and his decision making. You and I spoke about this. I think the kid threw like 42 touchdowns with no interceptions. I mean, that's night and day to what we have now in a quarterback. The only downside to this guy, he redshirted. He has not that much experience. I mean, the guy's played one full season, and then this season has been, cut short here or there due to COVID. It's not much experience. You don't have a great sample of what he can do, so that scares me. What are you thinking?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I think even Justin Fields, I know we've talked about him. I'm not really a fan of Ohio State quarterbacks, but I think Kyle Shanahan is so good with young quarterbacks, young, accurate quarterbacks that can actually throw the football. I think he can do good with Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance. I think he can make them all pretty good because we rely on our running game anyway. We just need somebody with the arm strength to get the ball out and make good decisions with the ball, which any one of these quarterbacks can do. They're young, they're vibrant, man. They're ready to go, man. And I think we have a lot of opportunity with any one of these guys, and I think that is what makes the 49ers deadly going into next year. We're like one or two pieces away from really, really being good. I know our secondary is going to leave. Hopefully we can keep Sherm. I know Juan Williams. Hopefully we can keep a hold of him. But we got to find a way to move on from D Ford and them guys. But I think we can make some moves in the offseason to be pretty good. What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to talk to you about a player that I felt like we need to look at too first round. If we go late first round, we go 8-8, 20.
Yeah.
Let me bring him to you. Man, this guy's name is
I love this.
Yeah, Andre Cisco, baby. Hey, so I want you to really just watch this guy, okay? First of all, I wanted to pause it real quick. But I want you guys to really watch how he breaks on balls. This is how safety.
Tell us where he's lined up.
So he's a safety. He's a cover 2 safety right now. He's probably at I think he's at free safety right now. He does play the strong like outside linebacker too, because he got pretty good size on him. But just watch how he breaks on this ball. Just the talent level. You see how big he is too. I mean, but he's a playmaker. He led the nation in interception as a freshman. Sophomore year he came back. I think he had like 8 picks, 7 picks. He was pretty good. Junior year, this is his junior year. He's having an outstanding year. They got him projected to go mid to late first round. He's physical. He's just. I think the Niners need to look to move on from Jacarsy Tart, and why not get a guy? Why not get a guy that can do the things that this man can do and play ball, man? I mean, look at him. He's a ball hawk, man. He's out of here.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Jamal Adams a lot, man. Look at him.
Oh, man.
Look at him.
Sticky fingers.
But he's
pest.
But what I'm saying to you is that we're so used to not having we're so used to not having playmakers back there that we're not used to seeing back end plays, guys making plays from the back end, man.
Yeah, and that's what the 49ers need. Need a difference maker back there. And this guy, he's looking just like that.
He's looking like that, man. The guy is a physical specimen, so he can hit you. He got ball hawk skills. You see his feet, like he's athletic. I mean, look at this guy. He's just, give me these.
He has good hands.
Good hands. Really good hands. Man, he's all over the place. He's all over the place. I mean, the guy is really, really, really good, man. He's really, really, really good.
Wow. Talent. That guy's talented.
Talent, man. Just look at a couple more plays here, man. I mean, this guy is physical, man. Look at him in the box. He's in the box, too. He can play both.
Where do you think he falls in the draft? Where do you think he's going to fall?
He go mid to first round, mid to late. It just depends on, his combine. They got him as a first round pick right now, so he'll definitely go first round. It's just look at him, man. It's just he's out there killing.
Niners need something like that. You need something like that.
Yeah, we need something like that, man. But he's out there killing.
He's a bully. I love that.
Killing, man. Yeah, look at him, just being physical. Look at deep ball.
50 ball, 50.
Give me that. We're not playing games. This is against Florida State. I mean, small school Syracuse is not small, but they're not known for like a big football school or anything like that. But I mean, this guy is.
He's all over the place.
He's like that. Look at him right here. Look at him.
Oh, he went crazy.
And that was last year. He fought 5 interceptions last year. Went crazy. So
wow.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, man, like I said, man, another great show. But I want to get your final thoughts. You got any final thoughts for the fans, man?
Man, any final thoughts for the fans? Like always, you have to continue to look at this game for what it is. The 49ers are beat up. Your team is not going to go to the Super Bowl this year, but what do you have? You have a bunch of young talent. Continue to evaluate, continue to look at the draft. Contact us, send us any of your comments, your suggestions, your beef with anything we say. We love to communicate with you folks. We appreciate you so much. Go Red Gold.
Go Red Gold. Hey, Niners, Sunday. Hopefully, we can get this one. I did say we're gonna lose it, but I wanna be able to. I want to be proven wrong, man. You know what I mean? Like I do. I just hate that Nick Mullens is in this position. I think we had Jimmy's. Jimmy is not an A+ quarterback, but we could beat the Rams, man. We can beat the Rams. But
yeah.
Hey, once again, please, if you haven't subscribed, a lot of people watch the show. They haven't subscribed to the show. Go to YouTube. The 49er Empire podcast. Just subscribe, share to your buddies. We really enjoy all of it, man. I really, really appreciate it. Go Niners.